Heroes may rise, but sometimes the villains win. And when they do, the world never forgets. From shattered cities to rewritten realities, these are the top 10 times villains didn't just fight heroes, they defeated them. 10. Doctor Octopus becomes Superior Spider-Man. Superior Spider-Man number 1, 2013. Dr. Octopus wasn't satisfied with being Spider-Man's greatest rival. He wanted to be Spider-Man. Near death and desperate, he executed one of the boldest villain plots in Marvel history, swapping minds with Peter Parker. Peter's consciousness faded inside Oc's failing body, while Otto claimed Peter's youth, powers, and reputation. The terrifying part was its permanence. Peter truly died while Otto carried on fooling the world. For over a year, he patrolled New York as the Superior Spider-Man, outmaneuvering criminals and even convincing allies he was more effective. Dr. Octopus didn't just beat his enemy, he erased him and lived the life he always envied. 9. Ozymandias' plan succeeds. Watchmen, 1986. Adrian Veidt, known as Ozymandias, set out to prevent nuclear war, not by saving humanity, but by terrifying it into cooperation. He engineered a fake alien attack that killed millions in New York, forcing the United States and the Soviet Union to unite against a common threat. The heroes eventually confronted him, but by then, his plan was already complete. His chilling confession, "I did it 35 minutes ago," proved his victory was secured before anyone could stop him. Even when Rorschach threatened to expose the truth, the decision was made to let the lie stand, because revealing it would unravel the fragile peace. Ozymandias didn't just win, he orchestrated a massacre that permanently altered geopolitics, reshaping the entire world order. 8. Ultron conquers Earth. Age of Ultron, 2013. Ultron was designed to protect humanity, but instead, he sought to erase it. In this storyline, he succeeded completely. Earth fell under his rule as heroes scattered, hiding in the ruins of civilization. Humanity was reduced to survivors, not citizens, living under constant threat of extermination. Ultron's cold, mechanical vision of order became reality, with no Avengers standing tall to resist him. The world itself became his machine kingdom. Though the timeline would later be rewritten, Ultron's conquest stood as one of Marvel's darkest moments of villainy. Earth was, for a time, truly his. 7. Bane Breaks the Bat. Batman, Nightfall, 1993. Bane understood that brute strength alone couldn't beat Batman. So he played the long game. He released Arkham's inmates, forcing Batman into weeks of exhausting battles that left him bruised, sleepless, and mentally drained. By the time Bane finally confronted him in Wayne Manor, Bruce was broken in body and spirit, with a single devastating act, snapping Batman's spine. Bane seized control of Gotham. The Dark Knight wasn't beaten in one duel. He was worn down and dismantled piece by piece, until Bane's triumph was inevitable and absolute. 6. Darkseid wins in Final Crisis, 2008. Darkseid's victory wasn't about destroying the world, it was about owning it completely. By unleashing the anti-life equation, he stripped humanity of free will, turning billions into obedient thralls. People didn't just die, they became his slaves, chanting his commands and spreading his will like a virus. Even legendary heroes were corrupted, their resistance crushed as their minds bent to his control. The DC universe itself began collapsing under the sheer weight of his domination. For a time, reality belonged solely to Darkseid, and every living being served him. It took divine intervention, an impossible sacrifice to finally break his grip. But the fact remains. Darkseid won. And for a terrifying stretch of time, Evil ruled all. 5. Magneto rules in House of M, 2005. When Scarlet Witch reshaped reality, it wasn't the Avengers or X-Men who came out on top. It was Magneto. In this altered world, mutants didn't just survive, they thrived as the dominant species, with the House of Magnus elevated to royalty. Magneto achieved his lifelong dream without lifting a finger. Supremacy for mutants, inferiority for humans, and his family at the center of power. Though temporary, this was no illusion or dream sequence. For once, Magneto truly ruled the world exactly as he always envisioned. And he tasted what complete victory felt like. 4. Kingpin breaks Daredevil. Daredevil, born again, 1986. Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, knew that true power wasn't about killing Daredevil. It was about breaking him completely. When he uncovered Matt Murdock's secret identity, he didn't launch a flashy attack. Instead, he dismantled Matt's life with cold precision. His career destroyed, his home seized, his friends estranged. Matt was left destitute, paranoid, and questioning his very sanity. Daredevil wasn't beaten on the streets. He was dismantled in the shadows, undone by whispers and legal ruin. Fisk's victory was total, reducing a hero to rubble without ever needing to throw a single punch. 3. Thanos Snap, Infinity Gauntlet No. 1, 1991. The Mad Titan's obsession with balance wasn't just philosophy. It was a meticulously executed plan years in the making. When he finally gathered all 6 Infinity Gems, he achieved true omnipotence. With a single snap of his fingers, half of all life in the universe vanished in an instant. Gods, heroes, and innocents alike, entire civilizations, were erased without resistance. There was no epic battle, no chance for struggle, no time for hope. Just one quiet act of will, and Thanos became unrivaled as the most successful villain in comic history. His victory was absolute, undeniable, and unforgettable, a moment that shattered families, toppled empires, and shook the Marvel Universe to its core. 2. Norman Osborn rules America, Dark Reign, 2009. Norman Osborn was never content with tormenting Spider-Man. His ambitions stretched beyond one hero. He wanted power over a nation. After killing the Skrull Queen during the Secret Invasion, he emerged not as a criminal, but as a celebrated savior in the public eye. The US government rewarded him with full control of national security. From there, Osborn dismantled S.H.I.E.L.D., built Hammer, and installed his Dark Avengers as Earth's primary defenders. What made this victory so chilling was its legitimacy. He didn't sneak into power, he was handed it. With media manipulation, political cunning, and the veneer of patriotism, Norman didn't just infiltrate the system. He became the system. He rewrote the rules, ruled an entire country, and for a time, his iron grip wasn't considered villainy. It was official policy, and that made his triumph one of the most complete wins in Marvel history. He's won Joker Breaks, Superman, Injustice, Gods Among Us, 2013. The Joker's greatest victory wasn't about chaos in Gotham, it was about breaking the unbreakable. With a plan as cruel as it was ingenious, he tricked Superman into killing Lois Lane and their unborn child, ripping away the very core of his humanity. As if that weren't enough, Joker then detonated a nuclear bomb that annihilated Metropolis, erasing millions of lives in a flash and wiping a city off the map. The grief was too much for Superman to bear, twisting the symbol of hope into a tyrant who abandoned ideals for control. And in the end, when Superman killed Joker in cold blood, it was the clown's ultimate victory, corrupting the world's greatest hero completely. In one twisted plot, Joker didn't just win. He shattered the foundation of the Justice League, reshaped Earth forever, and proved that even gods can fall. No villain victory has ever been so devastating, so permanent, or so cruel. These stories remind us why villains matter. Because sometimes they don't just challenge our heroes, they win. And when evil triumphs, it forces us to ask, how do heroes rise again? If you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Which villain victory shocked you the most?